Hello, I'm Dara O'Briain. Welcome to the School of Hard Sums, an academic institution set up with one aim in mind: to find out whether it's better to tackle a problem in a clever mathematical way or to hammer at it. Just go crazy at it, just lash at it in some sort of crazy trial and error way.
This show is a classic battle of brains versus brawn, because when it comes to solving problems, I'm a firm believer in using maths. Maths is great. It can solve pretty much any problem, from winning big at the casino or sailing a yacht to avoiding the pain of taxation. Tonight, I'll be using brain work and some pens to tackle 3 genuine real-world problems set by Oxford professor Marcus Asotoy. And my comedy guests will be using their brawn and whatever else is lying around to try and do the same. We've got a couple of maths students present to keep me on my toes, because none of us have seen the questions and we might not get an answer at all. But first, let's meet this week's guest, Jason Byrne.
Hello. Jason, how are you? Are you by nature a problem solver?
Well, no, I wouldn't have thought I had any kind of maths knowledge at all. Unless comedy has some sort of maths thing in it.
Well, there is
or I pick like 2 or 3 people from the audience instead of 4.
Well, what about your rule of 3?
Well, I certainly work in a rule of 3. I work from left to right, and I go left, middle, and then right, and it's normally 3 people.
See, the other thing is, which maths is, which comedians also do, which is they connect 2 different things and compare things.
Yeah.
Which you automatically do on stage.
Well, I do a lot of improv on stage as well, so in my head, I do have all those equations all in my head.
Constantly working out.
Constantly working out, and
like
wondering how I can
Terminator.
get to the end of the joke.
Yeah.
Well, I think comedians are very good at thinking outside of the box, and that's a really good trait for a mathematician.
OK, listen, the problems are generally themed, grouped in some way. What's our theme today?
Yeah, the theme today is how maths can stop you from getting screwed.
OK.
Is that in the way we think that is?
No, I often find when I talk maths, it stops me from getting screwed. No, actually, I mean how maths can actually get you out of a tight corner.
OK, so what's our first problem?
OK, so you're stuck in a prison, but you managed to escape and you got to the last door. In fact, there are 2 doors, and you know that one leads to certain death and the other to freedom. But in front of the doors are 2 guards.
Oh.
You also know that one of the guards always tells the truth.
I'm trying to see it.
And the other guard always lies. Now, you're only allowed 1 question, and you have to ask one guard 1 question to ensure you can find out which door is the door to freedom and not the one to death. All right, why don't we... You said you like to visualise things. You like to visualise things?
Yeah.
OK, let's swap round.
Okay.
Darren, you can be a guard.
Yes.
Here's one guard, and here's another one.
guard.
So even though he has a massively dishonest face, we still want to help Jason escape. But he's a choice between 2 doors. One leads to freedom and the other to certain death, but only the guard in front of each door knows which one is which. However, one guard always lies and one always tells the truth. And he can only ask them 1 question. So what question will guarantee Jason goes free?
OK, so
one is a good door and one is a bad door.
Yeah, OK, so you've got this door.
Yes.
And I've got this door. OK, so...
OK, fine.
Let's trash it out.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Is he guarding the bad door?
No.
No, you see, so... But also, as well, though, from doing a lot of stand-up, I'm quite good at body language. So I probably kind of know the answer already from the way you answer that.
No. I had to check.
So you can choose a door now.
No, I don't want to choose a door yet
because...
because...
one question.
I can't
ask you 1 question.
Oh, I've already
It's not
asked.
20 questions.
That's it.
It's 1 question.
Which door are you going to go to?
So you said, what's the answer to that?
What was the question?
I said, was he telling the truth? Oh, no, is he... Oh, no, I can't remember.
I think you asked, is he guarding the door to death?
Is he guarding the bad door? And you said...
No.
I'm going to go through your door.
Why are you going to go through my door?
Because you're guarding the good door.
But why do you think that?
Because you're really bad at lying.
Yeah.
But I know it's the maths. I know the maths. I actually... OK, right, if you want me to try and explain... Okay,
yeah.
I don't know who always tells the truth. I don't know who always lies. And one of them's a good door, one is a bad door. So if you're telling the truth, but it still doesn't matter because you could be lying...
Yeah.
And I've already asked my question, so I can't go on.
No.
So I pick in your door, but I have no logic.
Did he survive?
No, he didn't.
Why don't we put Dara on?
You go in.
OK?
Right.
OK, swap it around.
Yeah.
This could go
There is
for
hundreds of... But there is hundreds of questions, and if you can only ask one, there's no point. You can't go through them.
I actually don't know what question to ask.
You see, this is the problem.
Yeah.
And you only get to ask
Suddenly
one
he was feeling
question.
so smug over
So
here.
I know the answer to this. I'm sure I know this, and I just cannot get it into my head.
What door do you recommend?
There's a smell of trick off
through?
this.
What door do you recommend I go through?
I was thinking that.
Who is standing in front of the better door? Damn. Hang on.
Now you see I think that's the area.
I'd have to sit down with a thing. You know,
Really?
Yeah, I would. I'd have to with
a little logic
with
table.
a logic table. Yeah, and work
we
out.
learn these things called logic tables, so you can work out through.
Isn't this brilliant that you and me are not from the same world at all?
It is weird.
In any way.
It's weird. This is the
Isn't it amazing?
It's the only thing that would bring you two together. Any idea what question? One question you'd ask?
I'd ask, if I asked the other man whether he was guarding the door to death, what would he say?
But that's what I was.
No,
Oh
it is.
yes! Oh, very good.
Yeah, I think even answering that question is quite difficult.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? You found a more complex way of
No,
putting
I think I know what you mean.
No,
Say
no,
it
exactly.
again.
If
Yeah.
I asked the other guy whether his door was a door of death, what would he say?
He would say yes.
He would say it is the... And if you're a liar, then he would be speaking the truth, and he would say no, and so therefore it's not. If you're speaking the truth and he is a liar, then he would also reverse it. So the door to death is behind you.
Bingo.
Yes!
Yes.
Top work! Top work,
Yeah.
those Stu.
So if you ask a liar what his colleague would say, he'll turn his colleague's truth into a lie. If you ask the truth teller what his colleague would say, he'll have to be honest and pass on the liar's lie. Either way, the answer they give is always a lie. So knowing that, you can work out which door is the real door to freedom. First blood to the brains there. Unfortunately, it was the students, but not my own.
So it's sort of a logic gate thing, and that's really important in a lot of areas of life, really, that you have to see, well, what if I did this, then that would happen, and what if I did that, this would happen. And so, for example, something like the law is full of kind of logical arguments like this to realise you always get to the right solution. So.
OK, have you a second question?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to up the
Are we
jeopardy.
going again?
That's not the whole thing.
That was hard.
OK, this one I call chili roulette. So you've got to do this abstractly.
Yeah.
OK, but I'm going to do this with Jason. Actually, it's a game. So do you enjoy playing games?
I like playing, yeah. I find it's much
Excellent.
easier.
Right, OK, so this game is we're going to take chocolates in turn. You're allowed to take 1, 2 or 3 chocolates, and if there are no chocolates left, you have to bite the chili.
You want to force him into eating the chili?
Yeah, you've got to force me to eat the chili.
So, OK,
You're
yet
the
again...
practical guy. Just go for it.
No, yet again, and I'm also speaking on behalf of people at home. What? Yeah, but wait a minute.
Yeah?
I can only... 3 is the max I can take. Oh, do you
Three's
mean
the max.
at one time?
Yeah, and then
we go again.
Yeah.
So in this puzzle, getting screwed means having to eat the chili. Anyway, 13 chocolates and 1 chili. 2 players must take turns to eat either 1, 2 or 3 chocolates and try to make sure there's only the chili left for your opponent to eat.
But why... What you're saying we can only take, like, up to 1, 2 or 3
Yeah, so
chocolates?
there you go. Let's have a go. I'm going to go first. I'm not very greedy, so I'm going to eat one more.
I'm taking this one.
OK. So I've taken 1 chocolate. You've taken 1 chocolate?
Yes.
OK.
But the thing is that-
I'm going to take 3 chocolates on my turn.
But I'm assuming that you know how this game ends.
Badly for you.
Exactly. So this is like playing Darren Brown in some sort of mind game where I'm going to get my hand through a spike. So hang on, so you're taking 3, so I'm going to take... How many's left? 2, 4, 6, 7... There's 8 left. So if I take... Hang on a minute, how come you got to go first?
Because I want to get you to eat the chili.
No, we should.
OK, all right, you can go
You
first next
obviously
time.
haven't spent many time in pubs and bars where you could have been beaten up for this.
Let's finish the game and I'll let you go first next.
No,
OK?
I've done 1.
I'll do 3.
You're doing 3 again. You're not allowed to swear in this charge.
You can swear it's Dave. Do it to you want to bleep you out or something.
You're screwed.
I don't know
I am
what
screwed
the
right now.
Yeah. There are 4 left.
Yeah, so that's it, I lose.
How many do you want to take?
It doesn't matter.
Might as well have 3 because you're about to eat some chili.
Oh, God!
Hang on, wait.
No, it doesn't matter because if I take 1, he gets the 3. If I take
Yeah, you're
2, he gets the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to go for?
He went first.
Yeah.
And
All right.
There's a smell of going off first off this.
All right, let's finish the game.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, 3, I'll take 1.
But this, I mean, I've got an Irish head. So chili's going to blow my head off.
Okay,
No.
still, you've got to take a bite.
OK, I'll take a bite. I don't like chilies.
Just a small bite.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't even put... I actually sweat when I'm near them. Oh.
All right, so you go first then, all right?
OK, so I'm going to go this time for... I'm going to go for 3.
Okay.
3 chocolates.
I'll go for 2.
Oh, brilliant. So that's it, I'm screwed already.
Why?
Because you pushed it into your control already.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. But if I go, I mean,
You're getting the idea that it's really important your first move, because I've already screwed you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because... Okay, so I
What are you
take
gonna
1, you take 2.
Well, no. You take... What are you going to
I'll
take
take
now?
1.
Okay, I'm going to take 3.
See, brilliant. It's the second last move.
Second last move is important, so doesn't matter if you go first.
Oh, God. I'm only taking 1 this time.
I love chocolate.
Jesus Christ! This is so annoying.
Okay, look, Dara, do you think you can play this?
No, but I'll give it a go because, you know, I don't know either. So
You don't have the answer over
I
there?
don't have that. It's a magic clue. Tell you what, we'll take a break while we're playing this. We'll find out the answer for this. We'll also find the big problem this week, which forced Jason to go out and, of all things, do this.
I can't see the bleeding keys. Oh, I don't know where I'm going with this. Any kind of structure I was getting to, I've now made a mess. This is a head wreck.
Welcome back to Dara O'Briain's School of Hard Sums, the programme that pits me using brains against my fellow comic using brawn, in this case, Jason Byrne, in a battle to find out which method is best for solving all the crazy problems modern life throws at us all.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were tackling a problem that Marcus set us, which is basically a pub game, the chili chocolate game, where you eat Maltesers, other chocolates are available, and bite a chili. How's the game going? Have any better clue?
No, because he's like an annoying computer. It's not magic, I know it's maths.
Okay, so I'm going to explain the game again.
Yeah.
So there are chocolates and a chili, and we're going to take it in turn to take the chocolates.
Yeah.
Okay, and each turn you can take 1, 2, or 3 chocolates. You've got to take 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And you lose the game if there are no chocolates left, and then you have to eat the chili.
No matter what I take away, he just moves on his second move. So whatever you do, right, if you went first, and whatever I do second, we'll
just end up with you eating the chili again. Right, just going to go first then, OK? So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you're taking 3.
Yeah.
That's the maximum, and each turn you can only take 1, 2, or 3.
Right, I get that.
I'm hungry though, I'll take 2.
You're going to take 2? OK, Grant. I am going to take 2.
OK, how many are there left?
Now 6 left.
6 left. OK, how many are you going to take?
No, wait.
Come on, hurry up. I want more of these chocolates.
Yes! Sorry. No, I was looking at it.
Oh, you're such a
No,
treat.
that's quite easy. You can just do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can see that.
Yeah, it's 6. You've taken 2. There are 4 left. It's Dara's go. He takes
OK,
1.
1. Go on.
There are 3 left. You're allowed to take all 3.
Chili.
Yeah.
Chili time.
So that's okay. If you kept playing that, you'd be good.
Except, you know, it's not an abstract game for you. You know, you
So
think
could
it's
you
all in
not-
your mind, but you've got to eat the chili, Dara.
Oh, sorry.
Just bite the tiny tip of it.
Yeah,
Oh, Darren, no, you'd be... Oh, your head
Oh,
literally blow
Jesus.
off.
OK, I got the seeds. It's about getting to 4, isn't it?
4s.
about
4s. You saw the 4 at the end was crucial. So it's all about dividing the 13 up into groups of 4.
So it's 4s. Why are 4s important?
4s, because you've got 13 chocolates there. So 13 you arrange into 3 groups of 4 with 1 left over. And your opening move is to eat this 1 left over. Because whatever your opponent does, they can take 1, 2, or 3 chocolates. You take what's remaining in that group
so it's
of
just
4.
it's just the remainder of the 4.
It's just the remainder of the 4. So, for example, if you took those 3...
I actually understand that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with
But
that.
yeah, did you hear that aha moment? That's what mathematics is all about. I heard it. Yeah, exactly.
So presumably, by the way, you could play this game with groups of 5 or whatever.
Absolutely, you can change this game. So when somebody's got it in the pub, change the numbers.
Change it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you could really impress them by putting, like, loads of them into a bowl.
So, as well as a bright red face, burning mouth and stinging eyes, Jason has a solution. Now, you could play this game with 21 chocolates or 165 chocolates or 877 chocolates. In fact, you could play and win this game using the same trick with any multiple of 4 chocolates plus 1 extra. Because the number 4 is vital. It's what you get if you add the smallest and largest possible selections, 1 and 3.
That's quite cool, you know.
Well, actually, this is a part of mathematics called game theory, because it's all about strategies and strategies for winning games. And in fact, this is really important, say, in economics, because basically economics is just one big game. And so if you look at the Nobel Prizes for economics...
Is it?
Yeah, no, honestly,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's about strategies, this kind of thing. What should I do if somebody does this move? In fact, many of the Nobel Prizes for economics have been for the mathematics of game theory.
Okay.
So, you know, you're going to...
Very good.
You can press people down the pub, or you can make a lot of money on Wall Street.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
We all have to do that, and whoever misses has to eat the chili.
Yeah, all right.
And that's why...
All right. 12 foot in the air.
I was hoping it's going to get lost up there, but...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right, we always have a big problem.
Yeah.
We have a big problem that we can actually get our teeth into properly. The big problem that you had a look at.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
Very
is this
stressful.
Big problem.
OK, this is about not getting screwed, using a bit of maths again. So this problem is set in the Bank of Mathematica, and there's been a theft, and the police think it's an inside job. So the 4 bankers at the bank are going to devise a system such that they're going to put locks on the safe, such that no 2 bankers can open all of the locks, but that 3 out of the 4 can always open the locks. So what the question is, what is the minimum number of locks that are needed to be able to ensure that 2 bankers alone can't unlock it, but 3 can always unlock all the locks? And how would you allocate the keys?
OK, fine.
So, because of a theft, the bank doesn't trust its 4 employees anymore and needs to have a vault that can only be opened by a group of 3 or more bankers, but never by 2 or fewer. So what's the minimum number of locks the bank needs to keep on the vault, and how should they share out the keys?
Right, I'm going to try to get my head around that. I want to see how you got your head around that.
I didn't.
OK.
I played it like a chimpanzee moving a Rubik's Cube. That's how I got the answer.
I haven't seen a better introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted to present to you a chimpanzee playing a Rubik's Cube. Jason Byrne tries to solve the problem.
Look at me, I'm in a fancy banker's dungeon bar. It's essentially a vault, but it's done up for the fancy bankers and their cocktails. Anyway, I'm here to solve the problem, and with me, I've got 4 bankers. Typical, evil, heartless bankers. So, there's been a robbery in your bank. To tighten up security, no 2 of yous can open up the case, but any 3 of yous can. And I have to work this out using the minimum amount of locks. But every time I get a combination wrong, one of you guys are going to eat one of my chocolates. Here are the keys to 1 lock. So the 4 of yous have that key. So if one's gone, then the other 3 should be able to open the lock.
But I could just go and do it by myself now.
Yes, well done. I'm getting some chocolates. God's sake. So we're going to need more locks. So there's now 2 locks.
But I can open it on my own anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not finished. Not getting my chocolate coins yet. OK, so another lock. 1, 2, 3.
But any 2 of us could open the lock.
Oh! I really thought I was getting onto something there. And another lock. Oh my God, I still don't know.
Is that your go, Jason?
Who's getting chocolate just for sitting here? This is a head wreck. They've all got blue and you've all got black.
More chocolate.
Will you wait? I haven't done anything. Take away a lock. No, I'll add a lock. We've got locks. OK, now we have 5 locks.
You're giving us all a green key.
I think we're in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, OK.
I'm going to go and try to solve it in some abstract way, and I'll let you...
And we'll go and look at your workings out.
Yes, have a look at my workings out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
OK.
The fun starts. But one thing I can guarantee is that I'm wrong. Because, again, I'm always doubting myself in maths. Because
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm good enough at
Really?
it.
Really?
So, yeah, so I think that when
What's your relationship with numbers?
Well,
I
I don't...
you a numbers man?
Well, I was,
Do you remember
I was
numbers?
delighted with my answer, right? OK, because mine was not... wasn't an odd number.
Wasn't...
I hate odd numbers.
What do you mean you hate odd
Well,
numbers?
I don't like having anything to do with them. I won't buy a house that has an odd number. I won't because I just find them untidy.
That's untidy.
Yeah, I don't like how I'd always have like nice even amount of pillows on the bed. But that, I don't have OCD.
Do you know that in ancient China they used to think that numbers had sort of sexuality? So there were kind of like male numbers and female numbers. So what do you think? Do you think even numbers are male or female?
I think that even numbers are female.
You're right.
Because females are naturally more organised. And I think that odd numbers are male because males get confused and they can't lock things off evenly into their head.
That's interesting. So you're absolutely right. The ancient Chinese used to think that even numbers were female.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
And I wonder if they working off the same logic as me.
Probably. That kind of like...
Or is that anything to do with the shape of the number? Well, how could that be?
No, it can't be.
There's nobody walking around looking like a 7.
You've got a favourite number?
Well, 7 is my favourite number, but I don't like...
That's odd.
No, but I don't like... Yeah, I don't like it. I like the sound of it. Oh. And I've always liked it because it's... like your 21st birthday's nice.
So it's 3 lots of 7.
14 is... but see, 14 it was a good year for me as a kid, and I like being 7. Okay. And I think 7 was my first proper bike as well. So I have all different reasons for 7, but I don't like odd numbers. But I think 7 is probably my favourite odd number if I had to pick it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Anyway, a bank wants an arrangement of keys and locks where at least 3 bankers are needed to open the safe. What's the minimum number of locks and how should the keys be shared out?
So are you getting anywhere?
Yeah, no, I am.
What's this here? Are you cancelling
right,
out?
So, no, I'm just saying, all right, any 3 can do it here, but no 2.
Yes.
Satisfy that, doesn't satisfy that. But definitely there's something in rotating the keys around.
Can you tell me something? What are you doing there, exactly?
What am I doing there?
Like, when you're going 4, 3, are you dividing and multiplying?
No, God, no, not at all.
These are your 4 bankers.
They're my banker. Banker A, banker B, banker C, and these are the keys they have. They have the keys to locks 1, 2, 3. The next guy's keys to locks 2, 3, 4. The next guy's keys to locks 3, 4, 1. The next guy 4, 1, 2.
So you're just making sure those columns don't match?
Yeah, I'm making sure that they each have a different collection of keys.
Right.
And then you just check that any 3 of them will cover 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in this one, any 3 will cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Well, can I say the layman terms is add in more locks and then I take away locks?
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Oh, don't tell me how you did, because
No, that's not what I did.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe that's the way.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you. How am I telling you anything? That's not. I don't even know what this is. I can't even understand this. I know this is 4 lock, 5 lock, 6 locks.
You want a combination.
What's this? What's this number here?
That's a 2.
Is
that's
it?
a 2. All right.
Can you get it close? I didn't know co-hangers were in the equation.
Oh, for God's sake, you're such a arse, right? That'll work as a 2 for me, right? There we go. So you have to go back there.
I'm going to go, I will.
Because I haven't found a way quite to express that one.
Right, so here is Dara's working.
But I don't really, me being maths genius that I am, I still don't really know what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I think he's really just trying to do what you did. He's trying to bang it out. And what he needs to do...
So he's using these as the 4 banker and he's just giving them the keys.
So I'm kind of intrigued to see what the students have been up to.
Well, I'm looking at the students and they're not writing anymore.
Yeah, that's
so
a good sign.
I think we have an answer and one that looks good.
You have an answer and one that looks good?
Oh, my God. Yeah, let's see. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God, that's a clever way of doing it.
Does that make sense to you?
No, I don't know what that is. Of course, the sidelines make sense to me, but I don't. But it is a really cool way of doing it.
Yeah.
Bollocks to this. I haven't a neat way of doing this. I haven't found a clever way of doing this. I know it's a combination thing, but I don't know.
Is he allowed hints?
We're going to give him a hint.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Dara looks in pain.
Well, I don't know what I'm saying about giving him a hint.
OK, you've got 4 bankers. You want to pick 3 from those 4 bankers.
The key here is that 2 bankers mustn't be able to open all of the locks, OK?
How many different ways are there to choose 2 bankers? Because there must be a lock that they cannot open.
Yeah, there are 6 ways of choosing 2 bankers, yeah.
Yeah.
OK, fine. Grant. OK, cool.
So how are you doing? You think you got it?
I think I've got an idea. Because you look, it's all about different pairs. Did you come across anything like this? Anything?
Nothing that simple.
OK, let's see how Jason did.
So there were too many... Now I can't see the bleeding keys. I think adding 2 keys all the time as opposed to 4. Or maybe adding 1 more. Maybe that's it. Maybe eventually, if all yous have the key to 1 lock... am I near the answer? I must be near it. OK, now I'm going to do the maddest thing ever. Just take a key without looking. God, if this works... Don't look, just use your psychic ability. I bet you, if we do this, right, we'll probably get near to it. Right, let's see.
They're genuinely all different.
Oh, my God. 2 reds, 3 greens, 2 yellows, 2 whites. What did I say there was 3 of? OK, so wait a minute. 2 blacks, 2 whites, 2 yellows. And then there just needs to be 2 blues in play. So now use 2 can open that, yeah. Use 2 can't.
But the problem is, that's 2.
Yeah. Do we get anything for nearly getting that? Seriously. Just, like, nearly.
No.
Boom.
No twos can do it.
No twos can do it.
This is getting better. I don't even know what I did. Can you two open on your own?
Nope.
And can you two open on your own?
Nope. No.
Oh yeah. I'm a happy man, and I'm going to stick to that amount of locks. So bankers, have you learned anything? Anything at all that, like, money's a bad thing to have? Still greedy? Soulless. Soulless. Oh yeah. The Lockmaster.
Did you get an answer then? After all that?
I got an answer. I don't know how I got an answer. I mean, I just kept doing the Rubik's Cube chimpanzee approach.
OK, so if you could write your answers down on a card.
Yes.
We're going to go to the maths department first. How many locks do you think you can do it in?
6.
6.
Oh.
And, OK, so Darren?
Said 6.
6, yeah, we've seen your beautiful 6.
Yeah.
How many did you do it in?
Seriously?
Yes!
That's what came out of the day. That's fantastic.
The answer is, in fact, the minimum number of locks you need is 6.
Yes!
So well done. Yeah, everyone. And, but how long did it take you, Jason? Oh, look at that.
It took 2.5
You know, that's what we always do when we prove a mathematical theorem.
Always run on the table. It's
really
no
important.
tradition.
Is that what we do?
Yeah, and there's a bell, and you go ding, 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 and you run on the table when you
I
call
was,
something.
as you can see in the footage, when I got the answer right, I was so exhausted. That was my celebration. Just.
So, Darren, do you want to explain?
OK, it's all about different pairs. For example, you pick A and B, and you want it so that A and B can't possibly have it. So you give C and D a key that the others don't have.
Excellent.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you pick B and C. You want to make sure that they can't do it, so you give them a key.
Yeah.
2 and 2.
I'm creating pairs of bankers because each lock has to have 2 keys. If a lock only had 1 key and that banker was off sick, then the others couldn't get into the safe. So each lock can be opened by a different pair of bankers. Either A or B can open lock 1, either A or C can open lock 2, and so on. This makes the number of locks the same as the number of different pairs you get from 4 bankers. Here's an easy way to work out how many different pairs you can have. Imagine them all shaking hands. You'd get 6 different handshakes, and each individual would shake hands 3 times. Therefore, you need 6 locks, and each banker would have 3 keys.
That's brilliant. I wish I had that logic on the day.
Do you know, actually, that the locks that we use in modern technology are nothing to do with little bits of metal? It's, in fact, mathematics which protects most of the locks around the world. You think most things are electronic now. We, in fact, use maths and prime numbers to actually keep things secure.
Who, at the end of this, by the way, is the overall winner?
Well, I think it's the maths department.
It really has to
It
be
is the maths department.
Well done.
Elegant and correct answers.
Constantly, you've drawn beautiful pictures. Your diagrams are charming.
Because of their diagram.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
it's so beautiful.
Well, I love symmetry.
I was on my knees with coins being thrown at me.
How long did it take you, actually?
I think it took about 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
They're on my side. For once, brain beat brawn. It doesn't happen every week, by the way.
So if I let the side down.
You've let brawn down, but in many ways we're happier that for once Matt's won.
Don't forget that maths will, stop you from being screwed.
Yeah, is that what you're taking from this, by the way?
That's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah.
And I'm going home to see my wife.
OK, grand. At the end of that, our thanks to the maths department. Very well done to you. Thanks to Marcus for sending the questions, but mainly to Jason for sitting in a bar with some bankers for 2.5 hours, which was more than any man should ever do in the name of science. That's all from the School of Hard Sums. We'll see you again next time.
And here's some homework for you to get to grips with. A peasant has been sentenced to death by a wicked king. The king offers to let him choose how he wants to be killed. The king says, if you tell a lie, you will be shot. And if you tell the truth, you will be hanged. He can only make one statement. He makes a statement and goes free. What did he say? If you want to see that question again, check the answer or just cheat, have a look on the website. joindave.co.uk